right, so you said your name's Dale?
Yes, my name is Dale.
All right, thank you very much for doing this interview. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how open-minded would you say you are?
I'll probably give it a 5 or a 6.
5 or 6?
A 6.
All right. Do you think you should look at both sides of an argument before you make a decision on something?
Yes, you should.
All right. Do you trust your senses, like crossing the street, putting your clothes on every day, like driving a car?
Yes, I do.
All right. Do you trust the government?
Somewhat to a certain extent.
All right, that's fair. Do you think the majority is always right?
Majority. Explain to me as you mean as
Like,
majority.
say if a majority of, like, just say, like, if the majority of the population believes something, are they correct on it? Like, example, like, say, all these, like, say there's a bunch of astrophysicists out there, even if the majority, or like a lot of people have faith in them, they say it came from like a Big Bang or something like that, do you think they're always right?
Oh. I can say this. In my opinion, we all have an opinion, whether it's right or wrong. My thing is being equal. You know, equal communication, you know, is better. So whether they right or wrong, they not wrong.
All right, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody has the belief they want. and what.
I mean, we can't say that they wrong, we can't say they the right, but I say it's equal accommodations because both sides are right, even if they may be wrong.
All right, that's fair. How do you think everything came to be? Do you believe in like the Big Bang, or you believe in creationism, like God created everything, or do you not have a belief in it?
My honest opinion about that is I do believe that there's a God and we were created, definitely for sure. So my belief is based on, like I said, God is the upper hand. So technically how I feel is God made gods as ourselves. So I would say we are our gods. We are our
Well, they said, well,
you know?
in some religions they say you
Because
got the
we
Holy
are
Spirit in
we,
you. Or whatever.
you know what I'm saying? Yes.
I see what you're saying, man, for sure. Well, what would be your definition of science?
My definition of science, well,
I mean, would you agree with me? Science should be like the core of science. It should be observable, measurable, testable, and repeatable. Like that would be like the core of science.
I definitely agree with that.
That's what it is. Like you
Yes.
still see it in the lab or something like that.
Yes, you know that, and you know, basically, my definition of science is being very knowledgeable.
Yeah. All right. Do you think science should ever be a closed book?
No, because we've been having science ever since science and biology and all that stuff since, you know, way past in the days before we actually, you know, introduce it more now than we did back then.
All right. To you, what's the difference between a belief and a knowing?
A belief in a knowing? My definition in a belief is something that you're hoping for. My definition for knowing is I gotta be able to know exactly what, you know, I need to know exactly what belief. I need to know exactly information in order for me to have a belief for myself.
I like to use an example, like a knowing would be like, would you agree it's like 100% knowing there's two people that are talking right now? That would be like a definite knowing?
Yeah, that's a definitely no.
A knowing, all right.
That's a definite no.
All right, here's the question. Like I said, 95% of the population don't believe what, you know, I'm pushing here or whatever, but like I said, the media's been pushing down and it's got some valid points. I'm just gonna ask you, man, what shape do you think the Earth is? Do you believe it's flat? Do you believe it's an oblate spheroid like you've always been taught? Or do you believe it's like without form? Or do you believe it's a different, some other type of shape?
As we live here on Earth right now,
Yeah, what shape do you think it is?
be honest, I was always taught that the world is round.
Mm-hmm.
But I see that we have flat surfaces. So my belief, well, I can't say I believe because I don't know exactly know for myself. But as far as I know, I see flat ground.
You see flat ground?
I see flat ground. Water is flat, you know, and stuff. So I can't say that it's round or any type of shape.
So you say,
But in my, like, as I was told, the world is round.
so would you say your belief is that the world's round and it goes around the sun probably then? Like how you've been taught? Like
Yeah.
it's a sphere and it goes around the sun?
Yes.
Alright. And you kind of already explained why you believed it or whatever, so I'm not even going to ask you why you believe it. So do you know anything like about, would you agree with me, like you know anything about fluid dynamics? How liquids behave? Like fluid, like would you agree with me it's a 1,000,000% fact that any liquid in our reality, will take the shape of its container and level out? Is that how water behaves in our reality, you think?
To be honest, I'm not exactly sure.
Well, would you say like you put water in a cup, it takes the shape of the cup, put it in a pool, it takes the shape of a pool, a bath,
Yes, I will.
a lake?
Yes,
That's how water...
I will agree with that, definitely, for sure.
That's how water behaves?
Any type of liquid actually will take the form of a shape if it's put into something. As far as like how they got this right here.
Yeah.
And you see how they got the...
Oh yeah, it's all... Yeah.
Around.
Uh-huh.
Now, imagine this not being, none of this being here, and you just see a whole flow of water.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All
So
right.
I believe that.
So you
yes.
believe it. So the Earth's covered in over 72% water. How could it be a sphere then if water always takes the shape of its container?
That's a hard question to answer. I really couldn't give you an exact answer for that.
No, that's an honest answer, man. That's all I'm looking for is honest. I mean, people say gravity or whatever, and I mean, it's a theory. They can measure things accelerate towards the Earth at 9.8 meters per second squared. But just because things fall at a certain rate, I don't think that proves the shape of something.
No, I don't think it proves the shape because I mean, the way I feel, like I said, if we haven't had any of this, it would be nothing but a flow of water.
Yeah.
Now imagine if we wasn't on Earth at all. Imagine we in cars, houses, none of that on this Earth. And I ain't gonna say, how can I say it? And then we were staying on another planet. Okay, we were staying on another planet and we wanted to do some scientific on this specific planet. Like I said, if we didn't have none of this, right? You will probably see nothing but a planet of water. A planet of water.
All right. Do you think we breathe the same stuff in space?
As we breathe the air now?
Yeah. Do you think you're next to the International Space Station? They're breathing like what we're breathing in?
Well, I actually think we breathe in the same air, but as far as having all these plants and stuff, that infused with the air and stuff cause global warming and
No, but like if you were next to the International Space Station, you think they're breathing in like the oxygen we're breathing in now, or do you think it's like something different up there?
You know what? They might have something different up there
Well,
in order for them to breathe. And
they got suits on and stuff.
Yeah, they have suits and stuff on. Certain PPE equipment for to help them breathe. But not now. We ain't gonna say this. What if there was no need to have that PPE equipment anywhere else?
I don't know. Well, I'm gonna tell you. They tell us space is a vacuum, which is basically like it's not a perfect negative pressure system. It's about as close as you get to a negative pressure system. Mm-hmm. Have you ever used a pressurized deodorant canister before?
Yes.
You puncture it, there it comes out.
Yes,
so it's known in science and application that you need a solid separation between two opposing pressure systems. So would you be able to give me an example of a positive pressure system against a negative pressure system without a solid barrier?
To be honest, I wouldn't know.
You You don't know? That's a fair answer, man. Because they're telling us our atmosphere is adjacent to the vacuum of space with no solid barrier.
Oh.
Because nowhere, so that's what I'm saying. Nowhere in nature does water ever conform to the exterior shape, and nowhere
Right.
in nature can you have two opposing pressure systems exist side by side without a solid barrier.
Right. I couldn't give you a solid answer.
I've never gotten a solid answer, so I mean, don't give
I
a.
couldn't even give you an answer about it because I don't quite know, you know?
That's fair. That's fair. Do you know what the difference between eclipses, like solar eclipse, lunar eclipse?
Like eclipse and the solar eclipse?
Yeah.
Sort of.
All right, I'll go over them real quick. Solar eclipse is when the moon goes in front of the sun. It blocks out the sun, and then the lunar eclipse. Here, will you hold both your hands out like this for me? Okay, the sun's in between your hands,
Okay.
and the Earth's the sun's in between, or the Earth's in between your hands. Sun's on this side, Earth's on this side.
Right.
They tell you what you believe. Well, if the Earth's a ball, the sun's casting the Earth's shadow on the moon, and it's always a curved surface, and it's nighttime. But
I have seen that.
But you'd agree the sun's round, right? Like you look at the sun, it looks round from our perspective.
It looks around from our perspective,
Yeah.
but that's not necessarily saying that the sun is round because, you know,
I mean, just from our perspective, though, you agree it looks round?
yeah, I agree it looks round.
Would you be able to disprove? I think it's actually the sun casting the sun's shadow and blocking out the moon. You think you'd be able to disprove that?
I kind of agree with that. That sounds more of a perspective to me than it actually, you know what I'm saying?
So then that would mean that you probably wouldn't believe the Earth's a round ball, then, though.
Right, right. So,
All right. Fair enough. All right. Have you ever heard of the North Star before?
no.
Polaris? Because I think it's like it's like a realm without form. I kind of think we're like living in like the Matrix or something almost. North Star is basically it's above the North Pole, right in the middle of us, and it's stationary and it vibrates a little bit, and everything does perfect. All the stars do perfect geocentric circles around us. So would you be able to disprove that everything's actually spinning around us, causing the Coriolis effect in each part of the world? The moon would push the tides, the sun would contract the tides. If you shoot a bullet west when the sun's there, it'll dip down. If you shoot a bullet west at nighttime when the moon's there, it'll bounce up. And then the lunar eclipse is actually the sun blocking out the moon. You think you'd be able to prove me wrong on it?
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it.
You wouldn't doubt it.
Anything is possible now to me, though. So,
Hey, that's fair, man. That's fair.
I wouldn't doubt it.
All right. That's perfect. All right, you've been a great interview. I appreciate it, man. That's about it. All right, thanks a lot.
No problem.